Well, he has, and I think the overriding feeling amongst the Celtic fans is that he's not tried a leg. His effort levels, certainly in the last sort of 12 to 14 months, although saying that, he scored, I think it was 19 league goals last season, 29, I believe, in total. So he still kept scoring goals, but what it was with Édouard, Rob, was that he raised the bar. He raised the bar so high in terms of his work rate. He had desire, closing defenders down. He had a brilliant touch. He could hold it up. He could score. He had a bit of everything, really, especially when Celtic got him and Dembele in the same team. And then they sold Dembele to Lyon for big money. Dembele only came in for 400,000 from Fulham. So it was a brilliant bit of business from Celtic. But in terms of that, in terms of his levels initially and where he is now, I think his head got turned. I think he wanted to leave. He wanted to go and join a Premier League side after he scored so many goals for Celtic. And now he's got his move. It's come late in the day. Crystal Palace, I think he'll do very well. I think he's suited for the English Premier League. I think you get more time on the ball down there. And if Crystal Palace have got players that can create chances for him.
And is £14 million a good fee for Celtic, bearing in mind he's into his final season?
I think that'll rise. I think that's with add-ons and things. So it could go up to 18, 19 eventually. But considering he's into the last year and Celtic have done what maybe Rangers haven't done, into Rangers want to go and keep all their players possibly, and they're really confident about going on and winning the league this season. Then you get the Champions League money and everything else. Celtic maybe are not overly confident of doing that, even with Édouard. They've decided to let him go. I think it's not bad money. It's a very similar situation to Aya. Aya's gone to Brentford for the same type of fee. But we wish him well. He's been a magnificent player. But as I said, a lot of fans are like, well, give and take really, in terms of they want people at Celtic that are going to give everything for them, and he just certainly haven't done that.
I think they need some money back though. If you're investing £9 million, it's your biggest outlay, your most expensive player ever. You can't just allow his contract to run down and leave at the end of the season, even if they get the Champions League money and it just dwindles away for nothing. I think to get something back in means you can recoup some money. And you have to look back at the last two windows for Celtic: 12 million for Frimpong, 13 million for Ayer, 14-15 million pounds for Édouard,
25 for Kieran Tierney, and that was far before that.
So then possibly something for Ryan Christie. 40 million pounds plus is a lot of money coming in. There's no doubt Odsonne Édouard is at Crystal Palace, or signing for Crystal Palace, because exactly what John says, what's happened to him and his form in the last 12 or 13 months. 12 months ago, 13 months ago, 14 months ago, we would have stood here and said he can get a top 6 club in England. Why did Brendan Rodgers not come for him? Why did Everton not come for him? Arsenal, his form has gone down a little bit. So even though he thinks he's unhappy and he wants to show everybody he's not happy, I think that's affected his chances of getting a move to where he should be going to, which is a top 6, 7, 8 club in England. Not a Crystal Palace who are going to be scrambling and fighting for their lives to try and stay in the Premier League. I think he's better than that. So the challenge for him now is to go to the big league, show what he can do, bring his A game, and then he could possibly still have a chance of moving on.
Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio or listen on the Go Radio app.